And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the New York Mets going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Spencer Strider. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job.
This ball well hit left center field, and that splits the gap. Rosario whips it in quickly. They hold the runner at second, so another base hit could get us our first run in this one.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And the batter now, Francisco Alvarez. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Here's a 1-1. Fastball almost got him there.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. There's a strike.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Comes a 2-2. That's towards center. Harris after it. Nice grab on the run. One away. Here's a Mets lineup now. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
One out and a runner at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Man at second. Swings through that. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That ends the frame. So one hit is all they get. And now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. Back at Truist Park and getting to start, Justin Verlander. And as usual with him, Singy, I think we can expect plenty of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boogie's racked up over 3,000 strikeouts in his career, so expect to see more of the same in this one.
So coming into the game now on defense, Mark Canha. He takes over as the new first baseman. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
That misses the zone. 3 balls and a strike. Chris, when you look at Justin Verlander, what makes him so good on the mound?
Well, I would say in the prime of his career, the fact that as the game went on and he got deeper into his outing, he actually gained more velocity and became more crisp. So he was one of those classic pitchers that you said, if we don't get him early, we're not going to get him at all.
And Acuna retired. And there's one away. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Michael Harris.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close late game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Oh, I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Here's Austin Riley. Here comes a pitch. That one fouled off. Righty delivers. And the slider just misses.
It's a good take.
Slides, but he can't come up with it. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. Heading for the plate. Cut off, throw to third. Safe. Almost made the play, but now it's a 1-run ball game.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
One down, runner at third. And now it's Travis d'Arnaud at the plate. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Check swing. Tried to hold up. Now an appeal to first. Did not go. The pitch. Swings through that one out in front that time. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Here's Eddie Rosario. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Riley on third with 2 out. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. But they do get on the board in the inning on this run-scoring triple. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in Atlanta, and now Brett Beatty.
The third baseman, Brett Beatty.
The wide to kick the pitch. And a count 1-2. And the righty deals. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Here's Starling Marte. One down, base is empty. And that one pulled foul.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Got him. And there's 2 down. Here's Tommy Pham. And here it comes. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Down in order go the Mets. They trail here 1-0. Welcome back. Bottom of the second. Now in for the Braves, Ozzie
The second
Albies.
baseman, Ozzie.
Singy, how about this?
Albies.
Ozzie speaks 4 languages: English, Spanish, Dutch, and Papiamentu.
Well, the way the game's expanding, that can be very helpful. Those meetings at the mound. Ozzie Albies, he can translate for everyone. I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swings and misses. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Got him out on the front foot.
Batting
Couldn't
seventh,
keep the hands back
the
long
designated
enough
hitter,
and played
Marcel.
right into the hands of the pitcher.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
That one in for a strike, 2-2. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Home run number 5 on the season, and they add a run. It's 2-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris. The 1-1. And now 1-2. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And he deals. And now the count is even. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Ronald Acuna Jr. next to bat for the Braves. Swing and a miss, struck him out. One more for Atlanta on the homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And welcome back. Top half of the third inning. And here's the catcher, Omar Narvaez. The 2-1.
Ball.
3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Here's Mark Canha. Came into the game on defense, so his first trip to the plate here. That's in there. It's 2-2. Outside.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
Brandon Nimmo waiting to hit for the Mets. Popped up right side. Albies settles underneath it. Puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
No, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Here's Brandon Nimmo having a lot more success on the road this season. Narvaez stands at first with one out. That one's in there. That is strike two.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Harris has a beat on it. Makes the grab for the second out.
The batter, number 4, designated hitter, Francisco.
So now here's the DH, Francisco Alvarez. He's 0 for 1. And a pitch. Late swing, fouled off. Tying run at the plate. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swings through it for the K. Slider got him for strike 3. Mets strand 1, and they're down 2-0. Back here at the ballpark, and now the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
The right fielder, Ronald.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Next one misses. Ball 3. And that one hammered. That's back there. And that ball is gone. A soaring shot to center. His 13th home run of the season, and they add on. It's 3-0.
In a 3-2 count, you got to be ready to hit at the plate, even if it's a borderline pitch. You don't want to leave it in the umpire's hands. Got to be ready to pull the trigger. He had a great swing on that, and he got rewarded for it.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That's in there. 3-2 now.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
3-2. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Austin Riley next up for the Braves. It was a triple and an RBI in his first at bat. The wind of the pitch. That one is upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And now a full count.
Full count.
And a pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And the batter now, Travis d'Arnaud. He was a strikeout victim his first time. On the ground to third, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Man at first, so now to the plate for Atlanta, Eddie Rosario. 0 for 1, he struck out swinging last time. d'Arnaud off of first with 2 away. And a big swing and a miss.
2 strikes.
Goes down looking. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Start of the 4th, and now here's Jeff McNeil.
He's
got a nice, short, compact swing. Doesn't swing and miss a whole lot.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
Well, these Mets, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
This one in the air center field. Harris makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, shortstop.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. Went down on strikes his first time through. Next pitch just misses. 2-2. 99 miles per hour to finish him off.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
2-1 now. Ground ball up the middle. Arcia slings to first, and that'll do it. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. Still down 3-0. Bottom of the 4th, Ozzie Albies up to the plate.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
The pitch. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 2-2. Swings and misses. Now 1 away.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
So here's the Braves designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. Struck out swinging his first time. Strike two.
2-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike three.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
2 outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Right-hander kicks, deals. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And the right-hander deals. Got him swinging. Braves are set down 1-2-3, but they lead it 3-0. Back at Truist Park, Starling Marte up to hit.
The right fielder, number 6, Starling Marte.
And strike two.
I'll try to bunt for a hit right there, and you can tell he's trying to get anything going offensively.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And a 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
One and two now. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Just missed.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
And a pitch.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Omar Narvaez at the plate. He reached out a walk his first time. And a count 1-2. Just 1 strike away. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
The wind and the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching, guys are making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can, perhaps push it up to double digits.
A shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.